Hello YouTubers, and hope everyone is having a great start to the year. It's another year to look forward to new Skyrim mods, and soon, yes, very soon, the hype of Starfield and the unknown frontier mods that will be following the game's release. But until Starfield, guys, we still have a little bit of time to keep falling down that rabbit hole of the Skyrim, Fallout, Cyberpunk, and your other favorite gaming mods. In the past, I've showcased some major and minor city overhaul mods I felt added to and improved the immersion of the open world. One of these was the Capital City expansion video, and one covering mods that directly overhauled the area outside of Whiterun. I tested 10-15 different mods until finally settling on 5 that I thought really worked well together. Those 5 were the Whiterun expansion, Fortified Whiterun, Dark's Whiterun Market, and both player homes of Elysium Estate and the Whiterun Safehold. But first, what about the rest of Whiterun? Whiterun Hold, you get there, you realize it's pretty large, and it's pretty empty. So let's add a little more life throughout Whiterun Hold, and then look at a set of newer mods that greatly expand the outskirts of Whiterun. And while you're at it, if you like this video, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, support the channel. I'm almost a real channel, almost at 1K. I got my watch time like forever ago. And let's kick things off with the little town of Riverwood. In the past, I've shown the changes to Riverwood if you use the expanded towns and cities mod, but there are numerous overhauls for Riverwood, and after trying a few, some I've tried before, some were new to me, I went with JKs Riverwood. JK has a series of mods covering every town, city, as well as many of Skyrim's more familiar interiors. And like all of JK's overhauls, it fills in a lot of the area that seems lacking, and it fills it in with various things. There's new porches, there's areas and additions built around existing buildings, there's carts and other objects that you would assume that you would find in a town like this. It's a nice light overhaul that expands without adding too much, and really adds a much more lived-in feeling to the town of Riverwood. And next we head down that beaten path between Riverwood and Whiterun. Just off the path, we have the secluded hideout of Reichs End. I very rarely actually use player housing mods, but this one's always in my game. I'd even say that this may be my favorite player home mod. And what I most enjoy about it is the atmosphere. Reichs End is a hideout, and for you to use early in the game. It's a place for you to go, drop off items, and slip to during those earlier levels before you start gaining property around the different holds. It features several different areas, including an entrance cave, there's alchemy, the blacksmith, library, enchanting, and a display room. Around the hideout, you'll also find a bath, a bedroom, underground garden cave. It's simple, it's dark, more for like that rugged mercenary or thief-like playthrough. It has what you need without feeling like it's too much at the start of the game. Now for the third mod, we'll continue down that beaten path, past the bridges outside of the meadery, and along the east side of Whiterun, heading north. If you look off to the side, you can find Stormwatch Castle. This is another player home, and it's located right behind the Creation Club Tundra home. To purchase Stormwatch Castle, you'll need 35,000 gold, and it comes with many features. Inside, you'll find 3 levels, 2 different areas leading up to the 2nd floor, which include a loft, and a children's room, which you can turn into a room for followers. And then further up to the top floor of the tower, you'll find the master bedroom. Now down in the basement, there are doors, and I mean there are a lot of doors, but that just makes it more fun to explore that first time you're in there. The castle also includes bedroom for 6 different followers, dining room, bar, kitchen, pool. There's crafting stations as well as planners, a library to display books, and an armory to display your armor. As elegant as the inside is, the outside is the part that I most like. There's a tunnel going back to a fountain and an open garden, and throughout the house you'll find several doors. Like I said, there's a lot of doors leading out of the house and into secluded porches and patios. Some of these porches and patios overlook Skyrim or look out to Whiterun, and others are secluded within the courtside gardens. The home is also large enough for those that like to collect followers and want a central location to drop them off. And on to the next mod, which takes us just a short distance northwest of Whiterun through the open boreal plains, and nestled into the mountain range to the north we'll find LC Citadel. If you're familiar with any of the other LC mods, you'll know that they focus a lot on building and progression. In fact, LC has one of the best player housing mods I think out in the Falkreath region, but that is for a different video. We're in Whiterun right now. LC Citadel offers a new area, NPCs, there's a faction that you can gain reputation with, which allows you to ascend throughout the hierarchy, you gain renown, and you move up ranks within the Citadel. The story centers around Jarl Balgruuf, in which he orders the construction of the Citadel to set up along the northern border, and he does this in an attempt to stop bandits from making their way through those unprotected mountain paths and down into the Whiterun Hold and the Whiterun farms. It is a very in-depth and interactive mod that has its own story, its own dungeon, and it's something that you could really sink tons of hours into all in one go, or chip away at it over time throughout your current playthrough. And from there we swing around out far west in Whiterun Hold all the way to the thriving farming community of Rorikstead. And to me, Rorikstead has always seemed to be a way too small and simple once you learn about the story and lore of the town. One would expect a town like this that thrives year after year with their crops to busier looking. And this city overhaul actually comes in a pack which includes Dawnstar, Dragonbridge, Falkreath, Morthal, and Winterhold. Now, the Rorikstead overhaul to me feels much more fleshed out and busy and more fitting for a city that was prospering with such great crops all the time. There are no NPCs and all the interiors remain untouched, making it very compatible with other mods. The mod does add life to the village, however, adding extra crops. There's more areas around the farms with the addition of windmills, shacks, and even overhauls the area right outside of Rorik's Manor and the inn to make it much more fitting for the thriving farming community of Whiterun that it is. And the last two mods are new mods, both focusing on the area directly outside of Whiterun. Previously, I've shown mods overhauling the same area, so I really wanted to take a look at a new combination of mods, JKs Whiterun Outskirts. Most all of us that mod Skyrim are very well aware of the long-running, well-detailed overhauls in the JK series. JK's Whiterun Outskirts is a light and very lore-friendly change to the farms outside of Whiterun. The mod adds many things that we would expect in his mods. There's wagons, there's various objects which are carefully scattered around. Everything's greatly detailed. This is really a light expansion on some of the smaller walls and fortifications around the city, and additions to other buildings like the Honningbrew Meadery. But the main additions with this mod are 2 new buildings and the changes made to the 3 vanilla farms. For the 2 new buildings, the first one includes a blacksmith shop, complete with a work area outside. There's a blacksmith and his apprentice, and their own home with a unique interior appearance. And just across the street from that, we have an inn, again well decorated, beautifully crafted on the exterior, and inside having its own unique interior. And the 3 vanilla farms surrounding the city of Whiterun are recreated and expanded with new crops. NPCs are added. There's a lovely addition of props and extra buildings scattered throughout what was once a desolated area. But if you really want to liven this area up, then let's get ready for our last mod of the video, and that is Rins Whiterun City Limits. Rins Whiterun City Limits is actually part of a massive attempt at overhauling many locations found throughout Skyrim. I strongly suggest looking over this modder's page on Nexus, as this is an ambitious project and covers, as I said, many different key areas and locations throughout Skyrim. This mod is a revamp of the outskirts of Whiterun to the point that you won't even recognize it anymore, and it really is that immense and well done. What was once a barren area with, the stables, there's some guards, there's some scarcely made little farms, there's the brewery way down by the river, but this mod takes all of that and turns it into a vast agricultural and trade town, which is located right outside of the Whiterun walls surrounding the city, and giving it the final touch to truly make this the trade capital of Skyrim. And we'll start on the east side. Coming down from Riverwood, you'll be drawn to the reworked bridge, and if you head north from that into the fortified area, which is now walled in, both of the farms located on the eastern side. The walls extend far from the vanilla walls, walling in both Chilfurl and Battleborn farms all the way just past the road heading north. There's new buildings, stables, carts, barns. There's livestock all over the place. It's just added everywhere. Again, I was just blown away, and I loved everything I was seeing. The southern road leading to the gate, same thing. That boring-ass Pelagia farm, along with all that land on the south side of Whiterun, is heavily expanded, again adding walls, gates, paths. There's extra houses and buildings, there's farmers, there's the addition of 2 new farms. All of this added into this area, making it a vast growing community of homes. And in the end, it gives it that truly busy and lived in feeling. There's a new road and gate along the western side of the city, this new road leading back to the Halted Stream camp. And if you really like immersive mods, you really want to grow out the outside, make Whiterun look really good, then this is it. And between Rin and JKs, Why would I pick just one when there is a patch project going on called Whiterun Exterior Patches? Try these out. Let's go crazy. Go out there, build Whiterun and Whiterun Hold into what it should have been. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.